Welcome back and thank you for enrolling to this course. I am Shankar, your co-student, and I am learning with you. Whatever I learned so far and I understood to my satisfaction, that I am teaching. Okay, I am not so expert in these grammatical aspects of Sanskrit, but what I understood is what is there in grammar. If we get the overall picture, then learning grammar is very easy. That is what I understood. So, in that aspect, without telling any sutra of Panini, Ashtadhyayi, I'm just going to tell in some plain English some aspects of grammar for the beginner so that the beginner can get that interest to learn further. That is only the objective. And also to go forward comfortably reading Sanskrit text. Okay. This course I named as Beginner's Sanskrit Grammar for Fluency because in the first course we learnt alphabets, Namapadam, Kriyapadam, Sarvanamapadam, like that we understood. And Vibhakti we saw, why Vibhakti is used. And in the second course, we saw so many Kriyapadam, Parasmai Padam, Atmanai Padam, Ubhay Padam, like that. And we saw Karmani Prayoga, Bhave Prayoga, like that. And we saw so many other aspects related with the Sanskrit construction of sentences, that Vishesha, Vishesha Bhava, and this Chitchana Prayoga, like the Upasarga, like that Lakara, different Lakara, 4 Lakara we saw. So we are going to see some more Lakara. And how the forms are to be made, that is what we are going to see. I divided this course into 5 level. Already we completed 5 level. So overall it is 10 level course to get a clear picture of this language. That is my way of presenting these courses in levels. Okay, in level 6 we are going to see Sandhi. And Sandhi is of 3 types. Ach Sandhi, that is when Swara comes with Swara. Hal Sandhi, when Vyanjana comes with Swara, or Swara comes with Vyanjana, like that. And Visarga Sandhi, when Visarga, that sound comes with some Swara or Vyanjana, what changes are going to happen. We will see the overall individual names if we go through. That may be around 20 or 25 different types of Sandhi. Everything we will see. And then in level 7, we will see the Shabda Manchari. Shabda Manchari is the meaning of Shabda Manchari is a bunch of words. It's simply like that. Now, in Sanskrit, we have millions and billions of words. How individual words in different vibhakti form we have to use. How the vibhakti forms are formed. In the earlier 2 courses, we actually saw the 7 vibhakti form in 3 vachana. That is, for Ramaha Shabda, 21 different types of Ramaha Shabda, Rama Shabda, Phala Shabda, Balaka Shabda. Like that, we saw so many Shabda. Now, how such 21 forms are coming and by what method the 21 forms are made and what are all the rules associated with that. Like that, it is available in the Ashtadhyayi grammar. But instead of going through those grammar, based on those grammar rules, in simplified method, I tried to say, based on some books and teachers, they explained. In that aspect, I felt as a beginner, knowing this much is sufficient to go further, like that. So in this, we will see all the Pullinga, Strilinga, Napumsakalinga, Ajanda Shabdaha, Halanda Shabdaha, and the 21 Vibhakti Rupa Siddhi. How the Rupa Siddhi that final form of a word, how it is got. We know already many words, Ajanta, Halanta, Shabdaha, we know already. In the past two course, we came to know many such Shabdaha. So we will take those Shabdaha and how such Shabdas are formed into 21 forms, that we are going to see with some simple rules, so that hundreds and hundreds of such Shabdaha we can create on our own without memorizing the 21 forms. That's the idea. And in level 8, we are going to see Dhatu Manjari. Dhatu Manjari means again bunch of verbs. Now we came to know in course 1 and course 2 the actual verbs which are used in different forms. Now, how such forms are again Rupa Siddhi, how patati, patataha, patanti, like that, how it is made, that we are going to see in this Dhatu Manjari session, in this level. And we will see individually each and every dhatu groups, and how in that particular dhatu group the shabdas are made, what are all the rules associated with that. In that aspect, we will see what is sarva dhatuhu or the dhatuhu, and the dasha ganaha, that verb ganaha, the categorization of all the verbs into 10 categories. Then what are all the dasha lakaraha, and so many parasmay pada, atmane pada. What is the meaning of set dhatu, vet dhatu, anit dhatu, like that. Then what is sakarmaka dhatu, akarmaka dhatu, like that. And in the kriyapada rupa siddhi, we will see vidhiling, ashirling, latlakara, lotlakara, lritlakara, langlakara, lritlakara, lringrakara. All that we are going to see. Okay. In level 9, we are going to see the kritanda shabdaha and tadidhanda shabdaha. This shabda utpatti, the production of words, how different words are produced in Sanskrit using kridanda, using krit pratyayaha, that is called kridanta shabdaha, and taddidha pratyayaha, that is called taddidhantaha. So we are going to see a handful of krit pratyaya and taddida pratyaya to have a basic idea. Okay, so it is not in detail, in depth, and it is not superficially touched. So some idea is given so that as the beginner is given this much information, means based on your interest and based on your need, you can explore further. That's the idea of this session. I mean, in this level, we are going to see Kridanda Shabdaha, Taddidanda Shabdaha, Tigandaha, Subandaha. Like that, we are telling. Subandaha means all the nouns, Tigandaha means all the verbs. How they are all produced? They are produced from Dhatu, they are produced from Pratibhadikam, and they are produced by making combinations of words. That is called Samasaha. Okay, I just give some idea on these directions also. And in level 10, we are going to see the two more verb forms. One is called Preranartaka, that is called Nijanta Rupam. Another is called Karmani Prayoga Rupam. So the verbs in Karmani, how the verb form is to be used. In Preranartaka, how the verb forms are to be used, and how to derive these two types of verb form from the basic dhatu in all different category. So with all these levels, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 put together, this course is going to take you step by step further. And I constructed these levels in such a way that you need the knowledge of level 6 to attempt level 7, and to attempt level 8 you need the knowledge of level 7 and 8. And when you come to level 9, all the knowledge you acquired in level 6, 7, 8 will be used. So it is overall accumulative and cumulative progressive learning in nature. So I suggest to learn lecture by lecture so that you will have continuity and you can progress nicely. Okay, in this level 10, we are going to see the Rupa Siddhi of this Dashaganaha and Sarva or Dhatu and the 10 Lakaraha and different verb forms like Parasmaipadi verb, Atmanepadi verb, Upasarga Yukta Dhatu. If we prefix some Upasarga with a Dhatu, then the verb forms, how it is to be derived, that also we will see in Karmani and in Bhave and in Nijanta. All put together we will see. Okay, this I am just giving idea about what I am going to talk about in this course. Okay, and I'm happy that you having completed my course 1 and course 2. The course 1 I made it for absolute beginner. The course 2 I made it for the beginners only who have some basic knowledge and they want to get into some competent level. And the level 3, this course 3, I made it in such a way that having completed the course 1 and 2, you can get further fluency in your Sanskrit language skill. I'm only talking about the language skill. I'm not talking any of the scripts available in Sanskrit. We are only studying the language. The language, if we have a very big picture, a good picture of the language, its construction, its expression, and how the words are to be made, then we can read many scripts and understand, and as per our interest and need, requirement, the branch we can select and we can go further. That is my idea. So the fluency of the language is only by using the right word at the right time. That shows the fluency, or we say command over the language, like that we say. I doubt to get command over the language Sanskrit, how much one should study. That I cannot definitely say, because how much is too much, how little is too little, like that we cannot definitely say. For me, having studied even after these 4-5 years, I feel I am in the level of Balapataha only. I'm in a very primary level student stage only as of today. Even after 4-5 years of reading Sanskrit and understood, and I passed some exams also. But with all that, I feel I am at the primary level only, because I understood that the entire scriptures, to get the entire meaning with so much concepts behind those expressions, for that we need some fluency in the language. To get the fluency, every word, how it is to be used, in what sense it is to be used, that we should know. So when we can't, to get overall meaning of the comprehension was the purpose of course 1. In course 2, to get overall comprehension and to know each and every word for what vibhakti and what verb form it is used. That was in course 2, I stressed more on that. Now in course 3, I'm going to stress on each and every word, from which verb it has come, and by using what pratyaya it became this word, and in what sense, in what meaning we are using it. So in this aspect, if we study, then we can progress comfortably in future. So that is the idea behind all the three courses I made. And uh, as I said in the first course, this is my passion. And I want to do it as one complete comprehensive Sanskrit language introduction to the beginner. So all the three courses put together, it is a complete comprehensive introduction to the language only. Now the individual is left to explore on their own. After completion of this course 3, you are individually empowered or equipped to explore on your own based on your interest by choosing some branches. Okay. I want to I want every one of my students to come to that stage so that on their own, now there is no further need of any teacher, but the scripture which we are going to read, for that the concerned teacher is required. For the language, we may not require a teacher as a beginner, but that level I want to lift someone who is unknown with the Sanskrit language. I want to lift them to such a level that now they have entire picture of Sanskrit language, and as a beginner they know a wide area of the language, and based on their interest, what further improvement in the language they have to learn and the scriptures they have to learn. Accordingly, they can progress on their own. That is my objective, and that was one of my target, and I attempted in making such courses. Most of you welcomed it, and you have encouraged me also for making such courses. And because it is grammar, and the grammar part is not that easy to explain without quoting many sutra. So we will be wandering into that if we are a beginner. So there is a method to learn grammar also. Now I am not going to teach the grammar, but I am going to tell what is the grammar behind all these things. Behind all these 5 levels, there is some grammar. And that grammar aspects I am going to explain. And having understood this course, then you will be comfortable to learn grammar on your own also. As I said, there are many exceptions in Sanskrit, so they are all not discussed. I'm just giving some idea for the beginners so that you can feel comfortable to learn further. That is my objective. And Sanskrit is a never-ending learning part of life. Even Pandits, if they take 1 or 2 year rest, then many of the things they will forget, because it's a continuous learning process. And that is why it is said that simply if we learn and we keep everything within ourselves, we only will enjoy by reading some scripts. But if we teach to others, whatever we know, I know as a preliminary level, I know something, and I am teaching to the students who are all in LKG level. So I know only that much. I am not professor or I am not a PhD holder. So by teaching what you know in some simple methods, we will be having the usage of the language, the sentences, the constructions, the words, the verbs, the dhatu, like that again and again, repeatedly in our mind, we will be reinforcing all such basic things. Once we do that, then further learning will be easy. Okay. These baby steps we are making, and I am just taking you by holding your hand in my hand, and I am just taking you with some baby steps only. And they are very essential in the beginning. Okay. So, this is the overall aspect of this course. And as I said, uh, without Sutram, I attempted to tell so many aspects because that is already there in the Sutram, and we are telling that in simple, plain English, that part. Okay. And it is very customary that when we are learning grammar of Sanskrit, the one who created this uh, grammar, Ashtadhyayi, is called Panini. We saw about Panini and Vararuchi and Patanjali. In course 2, one of the story comprehension, we had a big story, and we analyzed the different sentences in that level. So the customary practice is to pay respect to those three munis, and by praying and by their blessing, we are going to learn and earn some knowledge in this grammatical aspect of Sanskrit. So their blessing is required for us. Like that, we pray. So with this prayer, we will begin the course. Okay. एनाक्षरसमान्यायम् अधिगम्य महेश्वरात् कृत्स्नं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः। वाक्यकारं वररुचिं भाष्यकारं पतञ्जलिं पाणिनिं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयम्. So with this prayer, we will begin Shabda Shastram of Sanskrit without going through the Sutram. And is my humble attempt I made. If some of you know more than me and you found anything I conveyed wrongly, or you want to add up more, or you want to comment, or you have some questions, everything, you please get in touch with me. You make comments, you make questions. I'm available normally from morning to evening. This is my working hours from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. I work as per Indian time. So, whatever questions you have then and there, please rise. Okay. With this, I will wind up this introductory note of this course. And from the next session, we are going to jump into the course. Thank you. Shubhamastu.